Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on another fine episode of The High Ground. How is everybody doing this Wednesday night? I hope that the first half of your week has been amazing. I hope that your second half of the week is also amazing. Also, a little bit of a PSA: you guys need to start getting your Christmas shopping done. If you haven't started, it is getting crazy out there. All right. I just came back from Target right now. And yeah, people are out in force. All right. So, um, another part of the PSA is we are now dual streaming both horizontal and vertically here on YouTube. At least we should be. But I see the feed for the vertical. And let me adjust my camera right here. StreamYard is still not, like super great at it. So, hopefully y'all can see me and hear me in whichever format you are using. So yeah, make sure that you choose the one that is correct for your device. So again, thank you so much for joining me. We got a very, very special show prepared for y'all tonight. One that we've been actually talking about for almost a year, believe it or not. um, but a very, very special episode requires a very, very special co host. And this man is no stranger here to the community. He is, a paragon of hope. His stories has been shared many, many times, and I love every time that I see somebody refer to his story because I think it's one of the awesomest. That's a word, right? Yeah, awesomest stories that we've gotten here to experience within the community. So let me welcome onto the stage into the show my good friend, our very own Sexy Flexi in the house. What is going on, brother? Welcome.
What's up, my brother? How are you, man? How are you?
Doing good, man. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Oh man, man, it's always a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure, honor, distinguished privilege. You name it, you name it, man.
Nah, man, it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit since we had you up here.
Yeah,
But um, well, maybe we should start right, giving everybody a little bit of a background, right, of kind of what we want to do here tonight.
mm,
So this started over a year ago, kind of last October, right?
yeah,
October of 2024.
right.
Um, both you and I attended
Mm,
ICCC, right? ICCC,
mm-hmm.
Imperial Commissary Con over in Nashville, Tennessee, back in October of 2024. Um,
You forgot to throw in that we were roommates too.
yeah, I was gonna say one of the, or not one of, I would say three of the most magical nights in my life. Um, you know, yeah. Well, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, no, it was fun, man, and we got to hang out with, of course, pretty much everybody, right? All of our YouTube friends
Mm,
out there. It was a great time. We got to hang out, but
yeah,
one of the kind of one of the highlights I want to say, was getting to hang out with a few of the guests, right? Because if you ever been to the Imperial Commissary Con, it's a very intimate, sort of setting, right?
so,
At least with the grand majority of the guests.
mm,
Maybe not so much with like, with Lando, right? You don't get to like hang out with him as much, but
yeah.
pretty much everybody else is open to just, you stop by, you say hi at their
Approachable.
booths,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They say hi back, you chit chat with them. It's a very relaxed setting, right? Which is something that, of course, we appreciate.
And whether you're having breakfast or lunch, they're all around you.
Good, right? Yeah, that's definitely one of the other cool things because basically the show takes place at the
At the venue.
hotel,
Mhm.
right? Where pretty much everybody's staying at. So, like Elijah's saying, you basically get to see them, if nothing else, right? Having breakfast or just hanging out themselves, which is always, of course, a cool sort of extra perk,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But excuse me. But one interaction, right, that both you and I had, um, that was very very memorable for us, right? I think definitely one of the highlights, right, of the show for both of us was hanging out with Angus McInnes, right?
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know who that is the actor that portrayed Gold Leader,
Gold.
right? And all the way back to the OG, right? All the way back to Star Wars, later known as New Hope. And he was great, right? I mean, he was having fun.
Mm,
He was chatting, right, with the fans. He was signing stuff. Obviously, taking selfies, all of that great stuff.
yeah.
Um, but um, and again, we'll go more into detail in a few minutes. Anyway, so ICCC comes and goes. I sadly have to come back to the reality of sharing, a room with my wife and not with Flex, which is what I wanted. So I was depressed for like a month. But anyway, um, fast forward to last December, right?
Mm,
Um, what was that? The day before, or I guess the day before Christmas Eve. I don't know what you could call
yeah.
that. December 23rd, right?
23rd.
Is the date. And we kind of woke up right to some sad news um, that we had lost. We had lost our gold leader.
Yeah.
Uh, Angus had passed quietly, is in peace, is my understanding.
Hmm.
And I would lie if I'm telling you that did not hit me. And maybe it hit me a little bit more than I thought it was going to, if I'm being honest. Um, it was a combination of I just saw him, like I literally just saw him.
We just saw him, and he looked great. He looked fine,
He did,
healthy.
he
Like,
was he was lucid, of course, he was strong. He was obviously walking and talking and eating and drinking. We saw him, at the restaurant, and nothing to indicate sort of
any
you know
illnesses or anything.
exactly, or a decrease in health, or anything like that. Um and I forget, to be honest, if I texted you or you texted me, but the point is that we were kind of in the same mentality, I think, right,
Yes.
that day.
Yes.
And I was like, man, like, it was almost 2 months exactly, right, to the day when we saw him, and all of a sudden, he was gone.
Yeah.
um and and Flex and I, we were obviously, chatting about it, reminiscing, and again, it was very fresh, of course, in our minds, that interaction. Um, but to cap off this intro, pretty much that day, I want to say maybe the next day, we were talking, and we said, you know what, man, you know what would be cool? Let's have an anniversary show for him. Let's share, a little bit of what we experienced with him, right? What we saw other people experience with him. So close to his passing, man. I think that's the biggest, sort of like shock that I got. Um, and so last December, again, December of 2024,
Hmm.
Flex and I, we basically said, in a year, right? We'll get together, we'll throw on, a little show, we'll celebrate, again, our experience and his life. And that will be like a good sort of, anniversary, like send off, right? So here we are, 1 year later, which is
Later.
insane to think that this just, I feel like I blinked, and all of this, like, fast forward, right?
Yeah.
Um and we're doing it tonight, first of all, because I'm actually more than likely won't be here by next Wednesday. We might be traveling by that point. I'm still not 100% sure, the holidays and all that craziness. So I was telling Flex, I kind of want to do it while we still have, some semblance of normalcy, right? And, we have our setup and all that stuff, because I want to do it right. So we decided, to do it tonight. So Very, very long intro. But like I said, I just want you guys to know kind of where we're coming from. Also, why, Flex is in here. But the chat is on fire. And man, the chat is on fire already.
You beat me to it.
Okay, so let me jump into it. I don't know if I'll get to every single message, but I will get to every single person that posted. Okay, so thank you again for joining us here. And yes, I have not forgotten, we do have a giveaway tonight. All right, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be real simple. Just in case, by the way, that you haven't or you were not aware of this giveaway, it's very simple. You gotta follow General Kenobi's Bunker on Facebook, and then you gotta be here, which hopefully you already are if you're listening to this. So if anybody in the chat has not entered, you still got a few minutes. Go ahead, look up General Kenobi's Bunker on Facebook. Um, it will look like something like that right there. That's the address for the Facebook. All right, all one word, General Kenobi's Bunker. You're gonna see my logo. So go ahead and follow, and then stick around here on the live stream. We will be putting together, the little drawing wheel and all that stuff with the people here present. All right, so you gotta be present to win. Okay, in this live stream. So a lot of you are already here, and I appreciate y'all. Okay, so let's jump into the chat here real quick. We got Pat's fan from a while back, dude. An hour and a half ago. Appreciate you, man.
What's up, Pats?
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. And he says, I just want to put out there that I wish everyone good luck in the giveaway. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Good sport.
We got our friend Pablo from Blackstar 9 saying hello there. We got Grilled Cheese. What's up, man?
Zach,
Saying what's up, everybody.
my brother.
Appreciate you, man. We got Luis in the house also. Thank you. We got Ultra as well. Appreciate you coming in. We got Hal Runners Base. What up, Jay here? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us. We got Josue also saying hi. We got Jaywalking Josh. What's up, man? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. We got Prietoa. Are we on yet? Yes, we are. We are now. Hello there, everyone. Says OBP. Grabbing a drink. There you go. Good job. Hello there, says Prietoa. Hey everyone, says Pat's fan. Marta saying hi. Blackstone saying hello there, General and Bunker Bunch. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Sexy Flexi pulling double duty as both co-hosts and in the chat. Appreciate you. So Grilled Cheese saying hi. Then everybody saying hi to Flex, of course. Flex saying hi back. Sag says Flex. We got Max Singer saying what up? What's going on, man? Appreciate you joining. Thank you.
Mike.
Pat's fan coming back. Captain Flex is OBP. Let's see. Ultra, since I wasn't last Wednesday because Guts and Crew. Check this spot. Good thing is I got to do more Roblox. There you go. Hey, it's not for everybody. OB says Flex. Halbrand says what up? Hey, General Kenobi says Jay walking. Hiya, Halrunner says OBP. Ultra with the pickups, man. Good job. Grilled Cheese saying Flex for the win. Yes, sir. And just so you guys know, he is eligible for the giveaway. All right. So if y'all want to dip right now because of that, I'm not gonna blame you.
Yeah, Frankie's gonna take care of me though.
Right. Yeah, dude. He's got the counter mojo. Yeah, man. What's up with that? BKLN SF1 Nest.
Finest.
All right, welcome.
Brooklyn's finest.
Brooklyn finest. That I should have. Yeah, my brain doesn't work like that.
Well, I'm a New Yorker, so I know.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. So Brooklyn's finest. That's rolls off the tongue a little bit. We got Ultra saying the eBay pickups. All right, man. Oh, look who it is. A friend Chris. Hey, Flex, Jose, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man.
What's up, brother?
OBP saying hi to Chris. Flex doing the same. Pat's doing the same. And then yeah, so there you go. So Chris was also there. It was a pleasure meeting, I guess. McInnes at ICC. He was very kind to my son. Yeah, man, he was a delight. All right. He was having fun. That's something that I really like. And I've learned to appreciate, I've been to a few shows in the last, let's say 5 years, right? And you can tell, all right, you can tell when a guest is there to cash a check, right? Let's be honest, it's
Mhm,
still a job, right? It's
mhm,
still a business,
mhm.
which of course most of them are. That's the incentive. You come out here, you make money, it's good for you. But you can also tell the ones that are like actually enjoying the
Savoring
experience.
the moment. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
um and one of the things that I love about these new shows, right, like the ICCC, like Rebels Comp, is that they're going out of their way to shine some light, right, on actors, on artists, on production people, that they were all part of this great thing that is Star Wars, right? But they're not like, they're not Mark Hamill, they're not Harrison Ford, right? So they're
Mhm.
not as much like household names.
Behind the scenes type of guys.
Exactly, right? Or smaller roles like Angus,
Mhm,
had.
mhm.
Um and yet, they were there at the beginning, right? And I'm talking about like the very beginning, in like in
77.
exactly, right? Shooting in 76, auditioning for something that nobody knew, let alone had any idea that it was going to be a hit, right?
Yeah.
And even less that it's going to be a phenomenon, right? That here we are 50 years later still talking about it,
It's
right?
gonna be a cult.
Very much so. That's one thing that I love about this new type of shows. They bring in people that, let's be honest, they deserve to be on the spotlight, right? Like they're artists, again, like you said, right, behind the scenes people, but they were all part of putting all of this together, right? This thing that we know and love. Um, so yeah, that is one thing that we could tell, right? That Angus was having fun out there. Like he definitely was.
Mhm.
Um, Roach Demon, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in, saying
And
yo,
and
everyone.
and it was funny because we always referred to them by their movie names. We were like, "Oh, there's Gold Leader and, Admiral Akbar," you know?
Exactly.
It's like, what
Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, which was a little bit funny, but
Yeah, yeah.
at the same time, again, it's just kind of, it's no disrespect. Let's be clear, right? It's definitely no disrespect. It's just that, um, again, those are not names that we really grew up with, right? I mean, let's be honest.
Mhm,
It's not like I said. It's not until now or somewhat recent, in later years, that people or the fandom, right, have gone out of their way to find out, like, who made that one mask that I really like in the background, right? Or who made that, like prop that pops up, in my favorite scene. And we started digging, right? And we're finding out, hey, a lot of these guys are here still, right? Like they're still active, they're here in the States, or they're willing to travel.
mhm.
Why not put them in front of the fans, right? And again, I shout out, um these kind of shows that we've grown to appreciate, or I've grown to appreciate, them doing that, right, for us. Because they'll track down some obscure names too, right? Then you're like, dude, I didn't know that he was, the person who did X, Y, and Z, right?
Right. I mean, I personally witnessed, a recent experience that you had with one of those guys, General Nadine.
Yeah.
You know, his screen time was how
Oh,
much?
dude,
And yet, I saw it in your face, light up when you were interacting with him, and he gave you that beautiful autograph on that figure and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. It's amazing.
it really is, man. And it's kind of, and you're very right, because again, you don't you don't put General ID in like in your bucket list, normally,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Again, just being honest, right? The grand majority of us, probably don't have him like top of our list to meet or to get, a an autograph from, and all that stuff. But then you actually get to meet him, and you're like, dang it, man, that was awesome, like
Dude, how about that interaction that we also got video footage of that Jedi?
exactly.
The story, just the story alone
Yeah.
was worth the ticket. You know what I mean? Not just his autograph, but the story that he told us.
and I,
Amazing.
and and I think that That's again, right? That's kind of the beauty of these shows, right? They create a welcoming, right, setting, right, for these people. um I've gotten to talk to a few like stunt people slash actors that were in Mandalorian, for example, right? And they're like, dude, this was our first convention like ever. Like, I didn't know what to expect. He's like, I was kind of scared,
Mm,
but then I'm here and everybody's nice and everybody wants to talk to me, and they all want to hear my stories. And I'm like, dude, I was just there for, let's say, 3 episodes. And people are like, yeah, but you were there, like,
yeah, yeah.
I saw you on screen, right? You got to wear the armor, you got to do the stunts. Like, we want to know about that, right? Like, why wouldn't we? And so yeah, again, it's very cool that we are living in this age of, let's bring out these people, right? Put them in front of the fans and let them have fun, honestly.
Mm,
um, and like I said, let's not overly sugarcoat it. It is still a business, so a lot of these people, of course, are incentivized by selling autographs, by selling pictures, right? But I think that's where it starts, and a lot of them, when once they get to the show, once they get to the actual interactions, I think they that becomes like second priority, right? Like, when once they realize that, dude, like, fans want to talk to me, fans want to hear me, fans want to just be around me, right? Like, it's you can tell in a lot of them, right, that their mentality shifts, right, once they get that first day at the con, and their booth gets flooded and everybody wants to talk to them and
yeah.
interview them and stuff.
And then, you have younger fans,
Hmm.
but then when you got a grown man like me and I'm coming up to your table and I'm like, dude, I saw you on the big screen when I was 6 years old or, 8 years
Exactly.
old in the Empire, that's you see in their face the way they react, like, wow.
Oh, absolutely. um so we got Frankie in the house. I know this, guys.
Yeah, I think I know him too.
Why is YouTube looking weird? Is it? Um, so StreamYard is now streaming in two formats, vertical and horizontal. Let me know if that's what you mean. In theory, you should be served whatever format is better for the device that you're on.
Mm,
But I've heard it's still a little bit, you know, wonky sometimes. So let me know. Let me know if y'all can see me okay, or hear us, or see us and hear us okay. Star Wars Gent, what is going on, man? Hello, gang.
so,
Appreciate y'all. OBP saying hi to Jen. Pat's doing the save. Mando says sexy flexy. Rouge Steven says hi. I got fast news. Jeff Garcia, not the didn't forgot, but the other one. And comedian has passed away from. Oh dang, dude, that sucks. Oh, you know what? I did see that
I
this
saw
right
that
before
today.
the show. Yeah,
I saw that
dang
today.
it, man. Yeah, that sucks. AC in the house. What's going on, man? Saying hello, General. Um, Star Wars Jen say hi to Flex, Pat, and OBP. Perhaps Mr. Garcia was more known in the old cartoon Jimmy Neutron. Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Hi, Pat. Grilled Cheese saying, yeah, I wrote that one hit hard. Yeah, man. He was kind of young. Secret Space Collectibles in the house. What is going on? Saying hello there, Bunker Bunch. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for joining us. OVP saying hi. Secret saying hi back. AC saying I already followed. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So yeah, guys, once again, if you haven't, go ahead and
Mm.
and make sure that you are following us on Facebook, General Economics Bunker, all one word, and then that you stick around here on the live stream for the giveaway. Ooh, Frankie working that juju.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
He got me good. He got me good.
I was around the base saying, "Let's go." Appreciate you. Yeah, there you go. See, I literally just said
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
uh, Secret Space Collectible saying hi to everybody. We got Carbonites in the house. What is going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Dude, that I don't know if you've seen him. That they are basically those like little blocks, and he basically wraps like the characters like around them, so they end up looking like a little I don't know, like rectangular shaped, right, versions of the characters.
Mm,
But he's been putting out a lot, man. He did some for the Old Republic, which was great. He was kind enough to send me some for review for the Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters. I was blanking out. I'm sorry. The Boba Fett looks dope, man. I put it in the Boba Fett, shelf over there. And he just did one for Obi-Wan, so I was like, I kind of like that. AC says, I got to meet Jason Marsden a few weeks ago and got him to sign my copy of Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Good job, man.
I just went to his page. Now I grasp what you were saying.
Yeah, sorry, I'm horrible at describing them, but I do have a review up on the channel if you guys want to look at it. They are pretty cool.
It's funny. I'm a follow.
Yeah. Our brother Archer in the house, Nerdfidel saying, what up, lurking in the back. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Arch, what's up, brother?
Good to see you all. And look who it is. Rolando
Oh,
in the house. Our multiverse moderator has joined us. Appreciate you, man. Saying, hey, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in, man. Grilled Cheese says, Star Wars is truly made up of everyone. I wouldn't even have the same. It wouldn't have been the same, sorry, without any of them. Yeah, man. And that's a great point. And like I said, I kind of love that the fandom is embracing, um, the fact that it wasn't just all about the triple A stars, right? Like there was a lot of people in the background, a lot of people in the foreground too, that we just never really knew their names too, right? um Star Wars Jen says, I also had the pleasure of meeting him and both you guys that I know, dude, that was awesome. We need to hang out again, man.
yeah.
You might need to make the trip down here to Texas. Rolando says, sexy flexy. Brett says, fun fact, Angus also ran a pizzeria. Love me some pizza. There you go. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Hey, Robin, saying, hey,
Robin.
what is going on, Robin? Welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you. I got to see Robin and Ben over at Rebelscom earlier this year, so that was good. That was
That's
good
my
catching
first
up.
night too. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all need to come down for SpaceCon, by the way.
You guys are putting up some amazing shows down there,
Dude, they just announced that Hayden Christensen's gonna be here 3 days. So I don't know nothing. So don't take this as a he called it. But I'm gonna put it out there, into the force. I would love it. I would say I'm not even that far from
Father and son.
possibly in the what?
Father and son.
Yeah, right. But now what I was gonna say is it's kind of crazy to say this, but there's like the slightest chance that I might have a panel with him.
Oh,
Like, and again, I don't know nothing. Nobody has told me anything. I'm just saying, in the realm of possibilities, it's
wow.
not that far out there. All right. So I'm putting it out there into the ether, into the force. I'm kind of willing it, to be so.
Speak it.
But yeah. So more on that as we get closer to June, of course. Those dudes do not plan ahead their panels, dude. Like they go down to the wire, man, when it comes to like who's hosting what. So odds are I'm not even gonna hear anything for the till like deep into May. So, but I am putting it out there. All right. Yo, what is this? Secret Space Collectibles with the super chat, man.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Apparently not.
Appreciate you, man. He says, good to see Flex, the General, and of course Bunker Bunch. Couple more days until the weekend. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Every super chat, every new membership, it helps the channel incredibly. As you all know, I do this on my own, pretty much from top to bottom. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And just to be clear, you don't have to put actual money into the channel. The fact that y'all are here, the fact that you comment, the fact that you share the content also helps us out incredibly. So I really, really appreciate you. And thank you again, Secret Space Collectibles. Robin, say hi to Frankie. Yeah, it's vertical. Okay. And I am on my PC. Oh, really? All right. Should be horizontal. There might be another link then, because I think it is creating two links for some reason for YouTube. I think the one that is vertical has like a little cell phone emoji on it on the title. It does it all on its own, so it's a little bit weird. Like StreamYard still hasn't fully figured it out.
Mm.
Vertical sucks. Yeah. So sorry. So there should be another link, guys. If you go maybe back to the channel page, there should be an option for you to choose the horizontal. On mobile, so it's good. Okay. I see people chats because they're on a different platform. No, I think it's because of the display. So, like I said, I'm sorry, but this thing is like it's like two separate streams, but coming from the same source, which is again, it might not be playing well yet.
Mm.
Hey, there it is. What's going on, Benjamin? Good to see you, man. Saying hi,
Hey,
guys.
man, what's up?
Carbonite says, "Oh, thanks for the kind words. You're not gonna be, yeah, for sure, man." Ultra saying hi to Archer. Carbonite's Republic gunship when as called round base. We meet again, says Carbonite. I know that's a cool con. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Robin and Ben, you also check out Space Con, and I think it's gonna be worth the trip for y'all. Y'all can drive down here. I love another best. You know, it's funny you say that because they are actually having one. Oh my God, what is that show called? Retromania, Retro Expo. Man, I'm blanking out. I just saw it on Instagram this morning, and they're having a pretty good selection of Battlestar Galactica. If they don't give the general his panel, we riot. Appreciate it, man. And again, nothing is for sure. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I'm willing it, and yeah, let's see if it happens. Would be nice. There is two links, Frankie. You chose poorly. Sorry. Like I said, guys, this thing is a little bit new, so I'm still trying to figure out. It's some real Spaceball stuff going on. That's for sure. No, that's nice. We will certainly try. Yeah, man. Like I said, check it out. It's gonna be in June next year, so it fits a little bit better for me. Okay, so we've talked here quite a bit, right? What do you say? You know what? Flex, could you do me a favor? You have that video, right?
Oh, geez.
Because I lost it for some reason. Anyway, I'll keep looking in the background, but I do want to show up, some of the pictures that Flex shared with me. And these were from ICCC, and let me start sharing my screen here. All right, so hopefully y'all can see that. So that was his banner, right? That was his banner back in ICCC. Angus McInnes, who played, goal leader. And you know what I was thinking? And I had almost forgotten that technically he was in Rogue One, remember?
Yeah, they added that footage.
Exactly. Yeah, they added some of the footage that were outtakes, right, from A New Hope. And I gotta be honest, I always loved the fact that he looked, like he was not digitally there, right? Like it was like old stock footage, right? Like from him, like you could see the shift. Everybody looking like super clean and like 4K or 8K, whatever it is, projected on the screen. And then you would shift over to him when he's like gold leader standing by or gold squadron standing by.
Yeah.
And it just looked like you put like the worst filter on him. But I honestly loved that. I thought that did that the right way, And it's funny to say that now because I know there's been a lot of controversy coming out of the family for Peter Cushing, right? Apparently
using his likeness and stuff.
Exactly, about using his likeness now, because he was all digital, right? I believe there was a stand-in there, and they did it digitally, added his face, right? And so it's kind of interesting to see that the exact same movie, right, using two approach to bring people that are no longer with us like back onto screen. In the case of Angus, he was still around, but he didn't quite look the same way, right, as he did in 1977
Mm.
or 76, if you want to get technical. Um, so I absolutely loved that they did it that way. And I know some people bumped into it because it did look different, right? Like on screen, looked different whenever he was on screen. Um, but I think for the most part, people understood, and I love the way that they did it. I love that he was included as he should have been. Um, and and yeah, I kind of wish we would have asked him like straight up what his reaction was to see him himself, right? uh, like he was 25 years ago or something like that. I'm sorry, 35 years ago. But um, so
I sent it to Facebook Messenger.
okay, cool. I'll pull it up. And so Flex, had a very cool. Why is it not showing it? Oh, come on, guys. There we go. A very cool plaque, signed for him, right? So he got to have his signature. And then Flex being Flex, he had to put everybody to shame, and display it in the most awesomest way possible. So check that out. Accompanying, of course, the Y wing. And remind me, this one is the actual colors, right? I think this one is gold leaders, right? Like color pattern, right, on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, looking very, very awesome. And I think you added something after that, right? If I remember correctly. Let me show. Yeah, here you go. So, not content with showing one awesome ship and signature, double down on this. Look at that. We have, of course, Wedge Antilles, Dennis Lawson, whom we also got to talk to this past, what was that, August, over at Rebels Comic Con. And by the way, I got the absolute pleasure of having an interview with him. So make sure to check that out. It's up there on the channel. He was a delight. He was also having fun. You could tell, right?
Yeah, he does.
And yeah, so again, absolutely gorgeous display. I think this is the right way to do it. The Y wing is, of course, his iconic ship. Had to have it, right? And so we as in Flex and I, I want to say we had seen him. I don't think we talked to him on the first day, right? I think it was the second or third day of the show. Second, right? And Flex was already, like prepared with his plaque and stuff. He's like, yeah, I need to get gold leader. And I got the plaque and everything. I was like, man, that's nice. And I had I had overspent because of SpaceCon, which was like 2 weekends after this one. And so I was trying to stay on budget, if I'm being honest, right? Trying being the keyword. And I was like, man, it is gold leader, but I was like, dang it, man, like I didn't even bring anything to get signed or nothing. And Flex was like, well, let's just go up, let's just go out there and like, say hi and stuff. And the first day was like chaos, right? Like we were just running around, hanging out with everybody, jumping from one thing to the other. So first day we didn't really get to do it. It was more until the second day, right? We're like, all right, we got a lot of stuff done, right? We got some shopping done and stuff, like. And Flex was like, no, I need to get this guy, like, and we walked up to him. And he was just there, right? I want to say
he was just sitting there.
He was just sitting there, and we got to talk to him. And Flex handed him, the plaque, and he actually liked it, right? He was like, "Oh man, like this thing is cool. Like this is nice." And he was asking, like, "Where'd you get it? Did you make it? Like that kind of stuff." So he was very engaging.
Yeah.
and we got to talk to him, right? And we were like, man, how did you even sort of, got to the role, right, and stuff? And he's like, well, it was kind of a job, right? Like, it was not, we for sure didn't really know like what the implications or the ramifications, right, of it would be.
'Cause I think his background, he said it was more into theater.
Exactly.
Like most Brits, like their background in acting is mostly theater.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And so um he said, right, he's like, yeah, I didn't really have a ton of I guess movie acting
Mhm.
experience, right? But he and so he said, kind of just went in and tried out, right? And they liked me enough to do it. um and and I kind of got the role, right? Like, that was it, like nothing too crazy.
So I think I had looked at you in the corner of my eye, and I was just like, record what I'm going to ask him.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
record his part, and then
exactly.
I had said, oh, I had heard somewhere. I don't know if it was an interview of another actor, or I don't remember the source. How, but I told him, look, I heard this is and that. Is that true? Is there any truth to that? And then that's when he went on and explained. And actually, what I had heard, it was completely true. And I thought it was hysterical.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Trying to pull it up, but this thing is not cooperating for some reason. mm, you sent it to my message, right?
Yeah, twice.
Mm, 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 mm. It's not pulling it up. And I had it primed, and I don't know what happened. It's not showing up on the folder right now. Um. Anyway, the point is that we or Flex asks him, like, hey, I heard this little story, right? So basically all of his shots are in the cockpit, right? They're in the cockpit of the Y Wing. And that's really it. We never really saw him, walk around or you know, move, or he was on the base for a little bit, but you could blink and you'd miss him, right? Like, he was standing there, actually kind of close to Leia. Now that I think about it, um, but the the story that we had heard was that he kept kind of messing up his lines, right? And that he came up with this idea of um, taking his lines or his pages, right, into the cockpit and kind of glancing them over, right? And so um, he gets to talk to us, right? And he basically confirmed it, right?
Yeah.
He basically did confirm it. Um, he told us that he was nervous, right? Again.
Because they was telling him, say this, and that. And he was like, well, can I get it in writing, like a script? Because I guess in theater, everything is in script and they have the lines. And he's like, no, just say this, and that.
Right.
He didn't know like when he had to say it, because he's supposed to look up, and that's that shot, in the thing, he looks up and then he's supposed to say something. So he just kept messing it up. And it seems like Lucas was getting pissed off.
Yeah.
So then when I don't know if you want to continue, then
No, yeah.
gets the right idea of doing this.
Very much so. So he says, he's like, all right, well, since I'm just sitting here, right, in the cockpit, how about if I just bring in, some
Like Post-its.
some notes, right, some printed notes for his dialogue, and I just kind of glance right at them as we're shooting. So so I make sure I'm not missing a beat or I'm not missing a line, etc. And he did, right, and he was telling us that he basically posted them outside of the frame, right, like outside
Right.
of the shot, around the cockpit. He's like, so if you look at it, right, I'm basically doing this, like, oh, they're coming at me from like point
Right.
six and stuff. He's like,
And he's
but what
reading.
I'm really doing, yeah, he's like, what I'm really doing is like, oh, what's that next line? No, not that one. Oh, this one. Like, oh yeah, this is one, right? He's like, so I'm looking down at like my legs, right? I'm looking like over and top of the cockpit, like looking at my notes, right? Like trying to basically say like which one's next, make sure I don't miss it, and make sure I stop missing the take, right? Because he mentioned, right, he said some high number of takes that they had done
Yeah.
by that
Yeah.
point,
Yeah. Yeah.
um which I want to say was something like, like, let's say like 40 takes, right, or something like that. Like they were getting
Like,
like
yeah, he said Lucas
impatient.
was really getting pissed.
Yeah, which is hilarious because historically we know that George Lucas doesn't really like directing,
Mhm.
right? Like he doesn't really do like how do you call it, um notes, or like, hey, this is exactly what you're doing, I need you to do this. Like he's more of like, give me something like this and go, right? Like he's very like hands off. So so to know that that he was getting, of course, uh not happy with with Angus, right, is hilarious because I can just imagine the frustration, right? um and again, he didn't really have to, right, like share all of that stuff, right, like with us.
And
um
and you and I are just like literally laughing in his face as he's
oh
saying
my lord, yeah, like
it's so
we
funny the way he was saying it.
that's the thing, right? It wasn't like we were making fun of him, right? Like we were just ecstatic about the thought of all of this, happening on the set. And and um and George Lucas, right, um be, being like pissed off at him, and trying to just get the shot and move on, right? um yeah, I think that's hilarious. And again, right, we thank him very very much for that experience.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, I I confidently say that that was a highlight, right, of the show. um and that we remember that regardless, right? Like that was definitely one of our main things that we were talking about that day. um and subsequent, right, days. And then we got hit with the news, right? We got hit with the news that he had joined, he'd become one with the force so soon after. And that just kind of hit both of us, right? I think
Yeah.
pretty much the same way.
By the way, General, I also sent it to your email just now.
Yeah, let me check it out real quick, because I do want to play it. I don't know what I did, dude, but I totally messed it up. Let me see. Here we go. All
Yeah,
right, I'm
then he
downloading now.
then he also mentioned about the explosion of the Y wing.
Yeah.
He said he almost pooped his pants because he didn't expect it to have been that much of like the fireworks.
They told him, right? They told him there's gonna be some pyrotechnics, right, going on with the so okay, so if you guys, spoilers, if you haven't seen Star Wars New Hope,
Oh,
all right, spoiler warning, he gets shut down, right, in his approach to the Death Star.
in the trench run.
Yeah, in the trench run, exactly. um he actually gets to shoot, right, his proton torpedoes, but um it anyway, he gets shut down. And there's a scene where he's sitting in front, right, in the cockpit, telling them, hey, you gotta prepare your squad for the next attack, like we're done, whatever. and then you see like his ship basically blow up, right, as he's sitting on there. So you see some of the pyrotechnics go off like behind him, like just outside the cockpit. And so he was telling us that he's like, we're about to shoot that, right? And they're like, hey, there's gonna be some,
Mm.
some lights, and you're gonna hear some crackle and stuff. Like it's just some of the pyrotechnics like going off, and but obviously, like you can't do this, like like you gotta stay because you're delivering a line, like which is even harder, right? So just keep delivering the line, and that stuff is just gonna be on the background. But then when they actually shot it, he's like, the thing was so freaking loud, like it was an explosion, like an actual explosion.
Explosion,
He's like, I damn near crapped my pants, like
yeah.
right there on the cockpit. And didn't he? I think he made the joke, right, saying they're like, oh yeah, like nobody else can use this cockpit like now, like they're gonna have to wipe it down, right, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He mentioned, something on the likes of that, um, which was hilarious.
Mhm.
But I got the video finally. Let me cue it up here and make sure that we get hopefully that we get some audio throughput. Also share. Okay, so please, guys, let me know if you can hear it. But this is it. So keep in mind, this is a little bit incognito, me filming without really aiming, to be honest. It was just like, we were just standing there. In front of him is Flex, and he's gonna ask him, about the story, right? And so this is, hopefully you can hear it. Let me know if you can't. So this is what he said.
What I heard in the story, you weren't sure of your lines, and that you had a piece of paper on your
His face.
What happened was George Lucas. We started shooting the scene, and George said to me, "Oh no, we hadn't even started." I got in the cockpit and I was sitting there like, getting ready, and he said, "You learned all your lines in sequence, right?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "We just want you to do your lines." And he said, "Well, no, that's not what we do. I need someone to give me a cue."
Yeah.
The line before, and then that trips off my line. He said, no, we don't want you to do that. We just want you to just do your line. Just do your lines. And I'm like, it was like the second picture I'd done, and I'd never actually talked in a movie before. The first movie I did, I didn't talk. I had like one line. And so I was sitting there going like, just my stuff? Thank you. So, okay. So you take about 30 takes.
30 takes.
I am sweating like a pig. I mean, you could have got a mop out and mopped me down. I mean, makeup, forget it. And so I'm like, this isn't working. And I said, what's the matter? I said, John, and I said, George, we need cues. You need give me somebody that's going to kick off the next line. He says, no, just do your lines. I said, you can't do this. This is nuts. I mean, I've been acting for 10 years, and it's like never just go out there and just do your lines. I mean, that's crazy. And he was like, no, that's what we want you to do. And I said, how about I read it? He said, yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
I don't care. I love
I
it.
got the script. I pulled out pieces of the script and I put them everywhere. I had one on this leg, one on this leg. I one up here, one over here, one down here, and I read everything out.
Wow.
And I knew them all. So I just had to glance at them and go like, I figured it. Bam. And so and people asked me that, and I was at a con years ago. And I absolutely have no shame about that. I mean, most actors are like, well, I'm never going to admit that I'm doing that. But if that's what it takes, you've got to get the job done.
Absolutely. Yep.
And we got a huge number of guys standing there in the dark, waiting for us to move to the next stage. They're technicians, and they're good at what they do. And then there's a whole bunch of actors waiting to come on next. And I'm sitting there like, I can't talk. So I said, no, I'll read it off. Come on. So I just sat there and just read the whole thing off.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey,
and George
got the job done.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So, okay, now there's going to be a small explosion behind you.
There you go.
It wasn't small.
No. Why when you have?
This thing flew up, and I was like, wow, what is this about? Yeah, it was crazy, but it was funny. It was afterwards. I thought it was.
That's amazing. Rest in peace, Angus McInnes. We miss you, man. We
Yeah.
we would have loved to cut up with you, at least once more.
Mm.
And thank you for such a great, experience, man. But yeah, so
For
I
sure.
hope he's at peace. I hope that he's looking down, saying, "Man, you weren't supposed to share that video." and and yeah, and thank you for everything that you did, and just for being awesome, just for being great with the fans. Um, yeah, yeah, that was good. I'm so happy that we got to actually experience that. Don't get me wrong, the video is a nice bonus because we can go, back and reminiscence, right? And we got a piece of um, history, his story, recorded, and I love that.
Mhm.
But even if we didn't have that, I'm pretty sure you and I would feel the exact same way.
Right. The memory, just the memory alone.
Exactly, right? Just the interaction.
Mm.
So yeah, we appreciate you, Angus. We miss you, man. I hope you are in an awesome place. Um, I hope nobody's blowing up stuff behind you, without without no warning. I just love the way when he says it wasn't small, like
Yeah.
like he's still like, you lied to me. um, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, almost to the couple weeks till the 1 year anniversary of his passing, and we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
But on to a little bit brighter things, I guess. Once having celebrated, Angus, we do have a giveaway for tonight. And so if y'all have stuck around so long, here in the live stream, we're about to do it. And this is what we are giving away. Let me try to get it hopefully within frame because this thing is huge.
Nice.
All right, so bear with me. The official title of this thing is Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser Hallway. So you'll get this display that you see back here. Sorry, it does not come with all these figures. I wish. It does not come with all these figures, but you do get one figure, which is exclusive to the set. It's the Mandalorian Privateer. Hopefully, y'all can see that right there. So this basically contains the hallway, right? So the paneling and a sealed. Where is it? Right here. Let me put it up to the camera again. A sealed Mandalorian Privateer figure, which you can choose to use for the scene or keep in box, right? Now, if you saw the toy hunt video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if you haven't, go check it out. But I did find this at Ross, which, dude, I went today to the one by me. I bought so much stuff. It's not even fun, dude. I found everything. Now, I didn't find the helmet and I didn't find the lightsaber, which kind of sucks, but I found so much stuff. Anyway, so I got this at Ross for the awesome price of $14.99.
Wow.
So can't beat that. A single TVC right now is $20 if you think about it. So
Yeah.
this whole thing, definitely a steal. Okay, so let's go over the rules real quick. So there's only two things that you gotta do in order to win this right now. Follow us on Facebook, okay? General Economics Bunker, all one word. So make sure that you're following the page and be here right now in this live stream, okay? Second, just for clarification, this will be US only shipping. Sorry, guys, things are kind of crazy with international shipping and all that stuff.
Tariffs.
Yeah, dude, that's just way too much unknowns going on right now. So I will be shipping this out hopefully in the next couple of days. We should get a winner right now. And so the way this is gonna go is you guys are gonna write something that I'm gonna tell you right now. We'll make a random draw, and then if you win, you need to contact me on Facebook or on Instagram if you can't get a hold of me on Facebook for whatever reason. I'm having trouble right now with the messenger when Elijah sent me that message. So Facebook or Instagram, if you want to be safe, do both. just IM me or DM me, sorry, on both of them, with your mailing address. It doesn't have to be your house address, just wherever you receive mail. Okay. If you got a PO box and you're cool with that, okay. I'll send it. I'll send it to wherever you tell me. Okay. Within the U.S. again. Sorry, U.S. only. So let's get to it. Let's do this, guys. It's gonna be real simple. All you gotta do is enter hashtag Angus right here on the chat. Hashtag Angus. Again, in celebration of the awesome Angus McInnes. Hashtag Angus will get you in to win this guy. Once again, long title. Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser Hallway playset, I want to say, from Star Wars The Vintage Collection, as seen in The Mandalorian, and it does include the Mandalorian Privateer individual carded figure. This is sealed, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but this is brand new. I have not opened one. I got one actually too from Ross, but when I saw this, I found it again. I was like, dude, I kind of need to pick it up. Like it's such a awesome piece, and at that price, I was like, I can't just leave it there, So once again, guys, if what you see on the screen, hashtag Angus, make sure that you put it into the chat if you want to participate. We'll give it about another more minute or so. Hashtag Angus, and then right now we're going to use StreamYard's giveaway tool. Keeps it fair, keeps it random. All right. So if you win, please hit me up on Facebook and Instagram with your mailing address. And remember, you do have to be following us on Facebook. All right. It's pretty simple. Just follow us on Facebook, put the hashtag Angus right now, and that's it. You're done your part.
And Mike Singer, you spelled it incorrectly, so you might want to go back and write it again.
Oh, there you go.
So you don't miss out.
Yeah, guys. And also, you only need to type it once. It doesn't give you multiple entries, but make sure that you spell it the way it is right here on the screen. Hashtag Angus. ANGUS.
Thanks, Pat.
Appreciate you, Pat. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So thank you for joining us. This was, like I said, it was a show that we've been kind of thinking about for a year. Like I told you at the beginning, we felt that Angus, needed a bit of a send off, from us. And like I said, we wanted to share that video. So okay, maybe a little bit more behind the scenes, right? So I recorded that video, right? Because to be honest with you, that was not meant to be shared. All right. That was just kind of meant honestly, for Elijah and myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm being 100% truthful, right? That was never meant to be put. I didn't put it on my blog, for example, for ICCC here on the channel, because I was like, no, you know what? That's just for us, right? I'm pretty sure he noticed that we were recording, because I wasn't like, oh, like super spy, and like I basically had the camera right here, right? Like I just wasn't looking at it, so that's why some shots are like not great. But it was pretty obvious, right, that I had the camera out. So I don't think he particularly cared.
Nah, he was cool.
And like I said, he was just having fun, man. Like if we would have told him, can you retell that story to the camera? I'll be honest with you, he probably would have done it. But it would not have been as fun as hearing it, right? Like in a conversation, like the way he said it, right? Like just telling us, just chatting with us, right? Just sharing a story. And so, yeah, we decided, this was too awesome to keep just to ourselves. So that's why we shared it here tonight. And we wanted to show, kind of like who Angus was, in a bit of a nutshell, right? What our interaction with him was, and he was awesome. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I've tried to say it different ways, but he was just awesome, man. He was great. He was polite. Yeah, I saw him interact, with fans throughout the weekend. Chris mentioned, he was great with his son. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about him. He was just a great person. Yeah,
a gentleman.
Yeah, very charming. And then throughout the show, we kind of kept going through like close to his area, right? And we'll be just like, hey, and we would stop and say hi, shake his hand. He was never like, are you buying another autograph? Like, are you buying another picture? Like, never, right? He was just like, hey, man, good to see you. Enjoy the show. Kept going. Um, and let's be honest, not everybody does that. All right. So again, he was great. So once again, guys, we're about to wrap up here. Hashtag Angus if you want to win this playset for Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser from the Vince Collection. Once again, it does not include all of these figures. Technically, I guess it only includes. Actually, no, that's not even her. It includes this one up here, Mandalorian Privateer, but it does include all the panelings, the floor, all that cool stuff, and the figure is individually carded. If you wanna, keep it in box at the end of the day, you only want to use the display. You could do that. So, actually, this right here is a better picture of what you actually get. Right there. So you get the display, you get the figure, right? That's basically what's in the box. And once again, guys, be on the lookout because today, I'm not exaggerating, guys. I had the biggest Roscon, haul of the year, dude. That one, let me put it to you this way. I bought 10 figures today.
Wow.
From one Ross. So hopefully, yeah, I don't need to sleep. So I'll probably edit tonight and I'll try to upload it tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that because it's a good one, guys. Like I'm telling you, it was nuts. Okay. Hashtag Angus right now in the chat. Going once, hashtag Angus, and follow us on Facebook, General Kenobi's Bunker. Going twice. Again, hashtag Angus here on the chat right now. We're about to close it. If you want to win this awesome playset, you gotta put that hashtag into the chat and follow us on Facebook. All right, that's it. So good luck, everybody. Let's pull up here our giveaway tool. I will actually transmit me doing everything just so that there's transparency here. So let me flip over to this screen.
Like Chris's comment, seeing Angus at the bar hanging out with Wedge and Biggs was so cool.
Dude, right? Oh my lord! Like
three X-wing pilots.
Exactly. Three OG, like pilots. Like who'd have thought?
Yeah,
Come on.
That was special. I saw that.
Yeah. It was epic. I saw him buy him like Doritos, dude, like at the vending machine. Remember the one that was in the lobby?
The lobby, yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to talk to one of the lobby people or one of the hotel people, and he just like walked by. He's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, like hey," like I didn't even immediately realize that it was him. And then he was just like there for like 5 minutes, of just staring at the machine. He's like, "Boop," it's like, and he just walks away with the Doritos. Man, it was awesome. Yeah, it was crazy. All right, guys. So hashtag Angus for our giveaway tool. As you can see, it's right there. It is this episode. And we're going to start collecting here 9 entries. Come on, guys. Is that right? That seems a little low. Did I misspell it? No. Hashtag Angus. All right. So odds are pretty good. Let me last call, like for reals now. Hashtag Angus if you want to win. Put it into the chat right now because otherwise you won't be able to pull it into this giveaway tool. So collecting. Okay. 9 entries. That's pretty good.
11, 12. No, I count 12. 13,
yeah, I feel like this is not
14. I just counted 14.
Do you notice if they put it? I don't know. It shouldn't make a difference.
Now, some people have it with a capital A. Some have it with a lowercase a. I don't know if that's.
I don't think so. I just put it with lower. I don't know. Yeah, it is this one. I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
It's done both ways in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, just in case, guys, if you did it with the lowercase, do it with the capital A.
Yeah, do it the other way that you did it. Because I don't like. Let me refresh this whole thing. I don't. I'm telling you, man. StreamYard is. They're being adding a bunch of stuff, which I can appreciate, but at the same time, it's like half baked um, tools. So I will take off the exclusion. This is the episode. Hashtag Angus. Start collecting. Okay. You know what? In order to be fair, guys, I will make a. Let me just make the. How do you call it? I'll make the wheel. Okay. Um, would you mind reading off some of the names, Flex, and we'll do him quick and dirty here. Oh, StreamYard. You
so
always let me down.
We have Prieto A559.
Prieto.
A59. We have AZW3. Think
Got him.
W3IZ. We got Pat's Fan for Life 69.
Pat's Fan. I'm gonna do like the simplified version of the names.
Black Star 09. Vecino with a V.
Vecino, yes, sir.
Mike Singer.
Mike Singer. All right.
1/6 Chris.
6th Chris.
Grumpy G6626.
I'm just gonna put Grumpy. I think he's probably the only one with the name.
Al Runner Base.
So let me show you guys that I am putting your names. Okay, if you don't see your name, sound off right now when we say that we're done.
Howl Runner Base.
Runner, yeah. And sorry guys, this was meant to be more automatic, but freaking StreamYard is being a dummy right now.
The Vicinator. We have Michelle Nooney.
All right. Yeah, that's more than 9.
Pat. Tonaso Torres. Grumpy Vicinator. We got that. That's it.
All right. So wait, didn't you put in the?
No, man. I'm gonna play fair because I get
You got too much
I
good.
see all the dirty looks like fuck.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So okay guys, so sorry again, I don't know what's up with the tool, but yeah, this is more than 9. So if you don't see your name, sound off in the comments right now, guys. This is the list that I got. Sorry, simplified version of your names, but just to get them in. So everybody here, everybody okay? Going once, please check that your name is here if you want to enter the giveaway. Can you all kind of read that? Is that too small, maybe?
I can see it fine.
Okay. I think that's about the zoom I can get. That was too much. Okay, so that's the list, guys. Anybody? No, we're good. Going twice. Once again. Sorry, StreamYard being dummy. All right. So if everybody feels that they are on the list, then let's do it. All right. So I forget how this one is configured, but basically first name to pop up, that's going to be our winner, right? I've kept you guys long enough. So good luck to everybody.
Good luck.
Let's do this. Here we go. Best of luck. Hal Runner. There you go.
Nice.
Congratulations, man. Hal Runner Base. Congrats. Please hit me up on Facebook. You know what? If you can, please hit me up on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook, it's been a day of technical difficulties, guys. I'm sorry. We're usually a little bit better than this. Just a little bit. So message me please on Facebook and on Instagram your mailing address, and you will be getting this awesome vintage collection hallway scene from The Mandalorian,
Nice.
brand new for free. Again, I'll cover shipping. And thank you to Roscon for being so cheap. 'Cause it's funny because I bet you the shipping is gonna be more expensive than the actual like
Mm,
item at this point.
yeah.
Because this thing's kind of heavy actually. Like
Is it?
you wouldn't think, but it's got some heft to it.
Mm.
So yeah, Hal Runner Base, please hit me up, Facebook and Instagram. Hit me up on Messenger, whatever it's called. Send me a message through Facebook, send me a message through Instagram with your mailing address, and I'll try to get this out to you ASAP. So congratulations, really, really appreciate each and every single one of y'all showing up here tonight. This was very fun. Like I said, we've been thinking about this for quite a while. Um, yeah, it just seemed right. It just seemed right to do this.
For sure.
I'm glad that we did. So I think Angus would have gotten a laugh at you know
Yeah.
at us telling that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was definitely a good guy. An accomplished actor, as we mentioned, and as he mentioned, right before Star Wars, he had been acting for 10 years, right? But like most
Theater.
British-based actors, right? Yes, exactly. It was theater, right? It was theater. It was classically trained, right? I think that's what they call it.
Mm.
Um, and so he mentioned he had only done one movie, right, before that,
With
where
one
he
line.
had one line exactly, which is amazing, right? So to have the fortune, fortune and talent, I'm gonna say it's a combination of things, right? To land Star Wars as your second role,
Yeah.
right? A role that again will live forever, in eternity, as long as, I guess, as long as there's human history, right? And
Mm.
there's going to be a place for Star Wars. But at that point, to have done that job, what, in 70, 76, right, around there, to see yourself come back in 2016, right,
Rogue One. Yeah.
in Rogue One.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
freaking, what is that, 40 years later,
Yeah.
after you filmed those scenes, right, to see some of that again for the first time on the big screen,
Yeah.
dude.
That's crazy.
See, and that's, I don't want to say regret, but that would have been, I think, my number one question talking to him again. Like, how was Rogue One, right? Like, did you bring in your family? Did they tell you, hey man, by the way,
Mm.
you're gonna be there for another 2 seconds or whatever, like, what was that like, right? Like, how did it feel for you?
Now let me pick your brain real quick before we
Yeah.
sign off. Having had that experience with him, do you see yourself now in a future show, future con, and coming across with an OT one? Because they're the oldest ones right now in age and stuff. And not, not going to be doing this forever. Will you deliberately ask questions in regards to their experience and try to get, video footage like this, like we did with Angus?
Yeah, dude, for sure. So Rebels Comic-Con, right?
Mm.
This prime example, I think. I again, peeling back the curtain a little bit. I was exhausted, dude, and I had done San Diego Comic-Con, right, for the first time ever in my life. At freaking 39 years old, dude, I go ahead and do my first San Diego Comic-Con, right? And it was amazing, right? I got to see George Lucas, as close as I'm here to this, to the
Mhm.
screen, right, to the camera.
Mhm.
I tickled his pant leg. I got to see Mark Hamill, just as close, right? So the experience was amazing. But man, the traveling, the sort of, the high pace of it all, because it's like a go thing. Like there's no rest almost.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then trying to cover, of course, like grab footage here, pictures there. Hey, we got an interview over there. Like you got to be on schedule here.
Mhm.
Like, because that's the thing. Like you actually have appointments, right? That you got to meet. Like studios send you, like, hey, you are SVP'd for this time, so I need you to be there at this time, right? So all of that was new for me, and it was 4 almost 5 days, right, of that. So Rebels comes along, and dude, I'm like exhausted. I'm like, I want to hang out with everybody, of course. I want to enjoy the show. I'm like, but I'm not so much into like content creator mode. I don't know if that makes sense.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm not so much like, oh, looking for that shot. Oh, I gotta grab some B-roll here. I'm not so much in that. More than, oh, there's this guy. Hey, there's Chris. Hey, there's Nerd Squirrel. There's like hanging out, right? And of course I'm filming, but kind of chilled. So I was like, I'm not trying to do 20 interviews this weekend. Like I just want to talk to the people, right? Like talk to them and have a good experience, and that's it. But then like uh Dennis, okay, so Dennis Lawson, I knew I want to talk to him, right? I got an item for him to sign, so I was like, I want to talk to him. But General Medin, who, I'm sorry, I'm blanking out his name, of course,
Hmm.
that was a complete, uh, unscheduled. I didn't think that I was going to do it, right? But Mike, he gave me a figure of his. It's like, hey, I
Right.
got these pretty cheap,
Yeah.
just in case you want something to sign, right?
I
Like I
was
brought him
running
for
around
you.
looking for one too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, Good night, Pats fan. Appreciate you, brother.
Good night, Pat. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Um, and so, oh, I'm my bad. It's OBP who said good night. My bad. My bad.
Oh,
I
OBP.
think Pats fan was saying good night to OBP. That's my bad.
Good night,
So good
Pete.
night, OBP. Good night, Pats fan. In a few minutes.
Mhm.
um, and so I talked to him, and again, I wasn't expecting such a great interaction. So I was like, all right. So Dennis Lawson. I was like, I want to talk to him. I want to ask him. In case you guys don't know, he's Ewan McGregor's uncle,
Mhm.
right? And Ewan McGregor has said before, like big part of it was seeing my uncle in Star Wars, right? So I wanted to ask him that um, because I had met him before at ICCC, and I didn't really talk to him, more than the usual pleasantries, right?
Right.
Because I'm in the camp that I don't really want to bother them, I don't want to like impose or anything like that. So I kind of go in. I'm always try to be polite, right? Ask them how their day is going, and if they offer any more than that, then maybe I'll dive in. But I usually don't, especially when I'm by myself, right? Um, and so again, after this experience, like you mentioned, right, I was like, I gotta talk to him, but like talk to him, right? Like ask him questions and stuff. And then I took it one step further. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do that on camera. Like I kind of want to do that, to have like an actual interview, right? Like with him. And it doesn't have to be long, and it wasn't. It was very short. Um, but long rounded way of answering your question, which is yes, now my mentality has changed. And I'm like, next time I see, anybody from the OTs, right? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
you know, either ask for an interview or just talk to them, right? Like just ask them stuff, right? As we have experienced now, the grand majority of them are more than happy
Mm.
to just shoot off and tell us stories, right? I mean,
Mhm.
the gentleman who played Eid Koth, right? He went on, right? It's like, yeah, I had this badass fight scene with like, against like Palpatine, and we choreographed it, and then all I get is and I'm out. And I think he said it right. And then to add insult to injury, they had me do that like
Three
at
times
five, yeah, like 3 times at three
in
different
3 different
locations,
countries.
right?
In
Different
different countries.
stages, yeah. So we were hopping around with the production, and they weren't happy, I guess, with how I did it. So they kept doing so, just like every
Yeah,
time,
that was hysterical.
dude. Oh my lord. So again, and that is something that I encourage everybody. If you're at this type of show, with respect, all right, always with respect,
Mm.
always be mindful. If they're eating, like if they're, if they're taking a break, like go
Yeah.
do another lap, come back, try again, right? Don't overimpose, right? But if you notice they're friendly, they're polite, maybe go for it, right? Ask one or two questions, right? Because like Flex is saying, we don't know how much longer we got with these awesome people, right? Flex and I for sure didn't know, we had so little time with Angus, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have gone back every day and just chatted with him, right? For 10, 15 minutes. Just talk to
and,
him, right?
and things happen. I mean, I remember when the fellas, all of our friends that we know were at MegaCon in Orlando when they got the news at the show that Carl Weathers had passed away.
Yeah.
The actors and the talent, they all found out, that weekend when it had happened. So, I mean, tomorrow is not guaranteed, man. So,
Yeah. Ain't that the truth, man? So yeah, guys, again, always from a place of respect and not overimposing, but yeah, try to talk to them, guys. The grand majority of them, they'll respond, positively. They're more than willing to share, their stories.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean they were awesome. I mean, freaking Cyril was awesome, man.
Oh, man.
At Rebel Scum, right? I mean, and that was his first. Let me get this right. His first U.S. convention, right?
Yeah. First
Yeah,
US.
yeah, yeah. Still, it's not like he's done a ton of conventions though, like in general. So it was still one of the first ones, I think, for him, just in general.
Yeah.
And he was another one that you could tell was having a blast, right? Like,
Loved it. He
yeah.
was loving it.
yeah, he was just so it riding that high, man, from Andor, right? That was
Exciting.
still.
And it's exciting to know that he's going to be back next year.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Yeah, yeah. I definitely want to talk to him a little bit more, right? I was one of the last ones that day that he was there. I think it was me, and then maybe like two more people, and that was it for the day. Like he was
Oh.
wrapping up the night.
Mm.
And even then, he did not rush us.
Mm.
He wasn't like, "Hey guys, I got
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
go. Let's
Gotta
get
wrap
this
it up."
done."
Yeah. Right.
Not at all, dude. He still told us, like, "Yeah, man, I'm loving this. I'm thinking about, doing more and stuff like that." And he was trying to talk to us like, oh, how some of the fans are different, right, from one side of the pond to the other.
Mm.
He was great too. He was, and again, he was just having fun, man. Like he was just
Yeah.
ecstatic, right, that people wanted to talk to him and stuff.
The most genuine smile, man, I've ever experienced.
Yeah, man. He was, like I said, yeah, dude, he was happy. I don't know how to explain it, right, but he was definitely having a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, again, cherish those moments, that they're definitely not guaranteed, right, for sure. And so we are thankful that we got to do this for Angus. Like I said, one of our favorite interactions we've had, I think, overall, right, like just meeting any of the Star Wars people, whether it be actors, artists, etc. I think this was for sure one of our favorite.
Yeah.
And it was just made that much more special because we lost him so close, to us doing this. So again, want to say once more, right? Rest in peace, Angus McInnes. You gave us an incredible story that I wish more people, get to hear. I'm sure there's better avenues of delivering that kind of stuff, but I'm very happy that I got to record that. I'm very happy that Flex was willing to ask the question, and that it worked out so great, right, that we have a little piece of his history with us. So let me catch up here with the chat real quick. Just the last everybody basically congratulating how runner base. Congrats again. He is the winner of tonight's giveaway. So make sure that you send me that message. Grumpy saying congrats. OVP doing the same. I've been trying to find this set. Dude, again, 100%. I did not think I was gonna see it again. I thought it was a fluke when I found mine like a month ago, maybe more. And that was like at another Ross that I never go to. And then at that day, this was at my Ross, like the one that's very close to me. And it was just sitting there, dude. And I'm like, dude, I have to get it. So
nice.
Congrats, says Antonio. Antonio, I don't know if I said hi to you, brother, but hi. Antonio's here in San Antonio. He's a good friend. AC, it's rigged. Congrats, Hell says Pat. Hal Base. Congrats, says Josue. I'll Runner. Thank you. Will do. Thanks again. Yeah, I appreciate Joe. Thanks, guys. Great memories, good times. Absolutely, Chris. Thank you,
Yeah, thanks,
and
Chris.
thank you for sharing that. That that Angus was great to you and your son too. All right, taking off. Appreciate you, Ultra. Pat's fan saying, gotta go. Thank you, Pat's fan. Appreciate you, man. Hey, we got Brett in the house. Red 5 Cantina. What up, man? What's up, Bunker Boys? Appreciate you, man. Hashtag Angus says jaywalking. Definitely. But yeah, I think, I think we're at a good stopping point here, guys. Just want to say, this is I'm gonna try and squeeze in one more live stream here in the bunker in the next 6 days or so, because I think next Wednesday I'll probably be traveling. Gonna go visit some family for the holidays and stuff like that. So I'm not disappearing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in this particular setting, this could be the last, you know, sort of regular episode of the high ground that we got this year. I'm gonna try and squeeze in one more. Hopefully, it works out. But if not, I just want to say thank you for everybody that showed up tonight. Thank you for everybody that showed up at any of these, throughout the year. Thank you to anybody that is watching this on the replay. I really, really appreciate y'all, because it's kind of weird, sometimes. I mean, you wrap this up and it uploads it automatically, right? And then I'll go back and all of a sudden there's like 100 views on the episode. I'm like, when? Like, who is watching this? Like, it's kind of funny. But I really do appreciate y'all going back and rewatching or catching up with old episodes, things like that. um Much more to come, of course. I'm getting ahead of myself, but much more to come in 2026. We definitely want to get back into having guests, awesome guests like my friend here on screen, and getting back to showcasing the community, showcasing some of the new shows that we got going on, some of the artists, all of that good stuff that you guys know that we love to help out each other around here. So thank you all for that. Lastly, thank you to my brother Elijah, Sexy Flexi. Always appreciate you, man. Always a absolute pleasure
Mm.
talking to you.
Pleasure's always mine, brother.
And thank you, man. Thank you for like I said, thank you for uh making me an accomplice, when you're like, hey, I'm gonna go ask him this. Let's go. Yeah, it's like, just record. Just He's like, just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it looks like shit. Just record it. Like, and and like I said, I'm so glad that you did. Because that, yeah, man, what a memory, right?
Yeah.
What a memory.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy for that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I thank you for that. Because like I said, that wasn't definitely not in my plans.
Mm.
Uh, hey, Marcel, what is going on, brother? Appreciate you
What's
coming
up?
in, man. Greetings from Canada. Have a great holiday and Christmas. If so, man, yeah, appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna try and squeeze in at least one more live stream here before we wrap up the year. But Michelle saying, "May the force be with you guys." Appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Um,
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this episode.
Oh,
Congrats once again.
hold
Sorry?
hold on, General. We have a word from our sponsor.
Oh snap! Here we
Remind
go.
everybody to hit that like button. I would appreciate it if you do, so that we let the mythical YouTube algorithm know that you guys are having fun, that you are actually liking the stream. So I would appreciate it if you go ahead and smash that like button.
And for my brother Brett and my sister Janine, which I'm sure she'll watch this later on.
Yes, sir. Love it. Love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you anybody in the chat that's still hanging out. Really, really appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. For reals though, like if you're looking for Star Wars stuff, go to Ross. Okay, go to Ross like as much as you can. Be on the lookout. I'm gonna try to get that toy hunt video tomorrow. But just to give you a preview, I bought five vintage collections, four Black Series, three Black Series, something like that. I bought, dude, I bought a freaking Godzilla. It's awesome. It is so cool.
Nice.
I saw it, and this is the worst part. I was actually checking out, so I was at the registers, with like my pile of Star Wars stuff, and then I see it, and it's like a almost like a bust, um,
Mm,
and it's Godzilla -1, like that version. Guess what I was watching last night, bro?
Godzilla.
-1, like
Wow.
specifically that movie.
It was meant to go
So,
home with
oh,
you.
dude,
It was
100%.
meant to
So I
be.
was like, I'm not gonna fight this. I just grabbed it, put it in my cart, and I kept on going to the
Meant
register.
to be.
Yeah, dude, it was so crazy. Like it was a bit of a surreal moment. I was like, dude, I was literally just watching the scene, like last night. So, and it was also $15, so I wasn't gonna say no for $15.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I may have spent a little bit too much today at Ross.
It's all right.
But
YOLO.
yeah,
YOLO.
yeah, exactly. But it was so good. So yeah, guys, I would appreciate it if you are on the lookout for that. Coming up here, sorry, on the channel, very soon. What is this? Come on, man.
Oh, go leader. Come
Wait
in.
a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Appreciate you, man.
Apparently not.
Thank you, my brother Archer. Yes, sir. Gold leader reporting. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, now for real, that is gonna do it. Thank you so much to everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you on the next one. Love y'all.